Hmm. You'll have to forgive some glitches in the software here. It doesn't look like it's setting it up very well. So, like, the purpose of this is because I played Project Zomboid. First thing to say is, I don't think it's a game. I think it's a zombie survival simulator. Um, and you're going to die. Basically, if you get bitten, you will die, pretty much. So every game was going to end in failure, or at least that's my experience. Maybe I just suck. But the nice thing is, if you do fail and die, you can always come back in and kill your now zombie self and take your stuff. The problem is you've lost all the things you learned. That's the pain, but it's not the end of the world. So yeah, it's a brutally tough game, and if you want, you can go into a solo game and you can play Apocalypse, Survivor, Builder, Custom Sandbox, etc. Builder is the easiest of those ones. However, I struggle a lot with Builder as well. My tip or my advice here is don't do that. Host a game. Now, when you go to host, if you don't have anything set up, you'll have to manage settings and create a server. What I've done is I've done a load that I've copied. Um, so this one is based on the previous one, which is based on the previous one, which is based on the previous ones. I'll just show you my settings very quickly. All of this is very boring. There's some bits that you probably do want to change. This is where you can start. So this is the main map, and then where you can spawn in. I deleted the other regions that you can spawn in. Interesting. I don't know how interesting. That's funny. There must be a way, like the other ones had automatically add them in. I've deleted them because my mate was an idiot and kept spawning in the wrong place. No offense. So number of players. There's certain sections you might want to really allow people to sleep, and you have to sleep. If you tick sleep allowed, but you don't tick, if you tick needed but not allowed, then it won't do it. So you have to tick both. This is letting people spawn next to me, which I don't really like, but you know, again, if your mate's an idiot, you might need it. This is a little setting that says whether I can see my mates on the map, which is obviously very useful. Boring, whether you want fire, PvP, loot stuff, blah 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 blah. Everything left the same. Presets blah. Now this is the presets, and this is the thing that I'm using. So I'm using, I could say initial infection. I thought it was 1 week later. I can test it by going the population is low. It's day one is at July the 7th at 7 a.m. I think I've changed that. I think it's supposed to be at 9 a.m. is the default. Yeah, I did it to give me more time to get to a TV to watch the broadcast. The things in yellow are things that have changed. I didn't necessarily change all of these things. This I have changed. It starts with abundant. It's just mental with abundant how much stuff there is when you can find things. I left on abundant ammo, medical, ranged weapons, and that's it. I put everything else down to common just to make it a little less thing. You have a starter kit which always got water bottle, school bag, baseball bat, and a hammer. It's a very useful thing, I have to say. Nutrition, okay, fine. Weapons multi-hit. This is whether you swing and hit multiple things. I can't be poisoned by food. Interesting. I probably would change that. Default is no minimap. It's much easier with it. Because of using the preset up here for presets, so these are the defaults: zombie, survivor, builder, you know, the apocalypse. That's the classic ones. But initial infection 1 week later and 6 months later determine when this is set, and therefore also the behavior. So if we do initial infection, apply preset. So then we go back to this thing, and it says population. Where is it? Zombie law. So they're shamblers, they're weak, and then if we go to the presets and we say it's 1 week later, a price preset, they are now fast shamblers and still weak. So, and then if you go to the loot rarity, so it's common if it's 1 week later, but if we go to initial infection and we go back to the loot rarity, now you can see it's abundant. This is what I changed back down to common because I just thought it was a bit much. Right. So, and there's probably some things that have now changed, but basically you save that. That you've got your setting. That's only settings set up, so you can edit them at any time. You go back, and then you have to select which server you're running. So you're basically going to run a server, even though you're playing single player, but it doesn't really matter because no one's going to join in. If you want that thing set up, online tutorial manage settings, edit settings. If you want that thing set up, you can also, where is it? Players, admin, is it something like that? No, where is it? Oh yes, sorry, whether it's a public server, so this shows up in the beta and it has a password, I'm just going to change that to something else. And somebody else can join now. But anyway, so online tutorial, blah, blah, blah. So it's set up, and now I'm going to hit start. Is it? Yeah, it's streaming. Sorry, I was just checking across on the other screen to make sure it's actually working. And basically, if you try this game and you try it in, like, let's say Survivor or Apocalypse, it's just the zombies they don't sprint. That's an exaggeration, but they're pretty quick, and there's lots of them, and you'll need, let's say, a hammer and a sword to dismantle things so you can build some stuff, and you'll have to look in 20 houses to find them because the loot's quite rare, and each of those 20 houses will have like 10 zombies in it and packs of zombies outside them, and then you'll be running for your life and you probably die. It is survivable, and especially if you play hardcore, just like, don't go anywhere or do anything. If you just stay inside and watch TV, it's not too bad. But assuming you want to sort of have some fun, so by playing with these settings, I find that I can like find a car and steal it. I can explore around a bit. The zombies are there, but if you're like, if you want to be avoiding, you could pretty much just walk around them all the time. Of course, it's the close encounters with them in corridors and dark alleys that gets you every time. So on average, I probably last about 10 days now before I get bit and die. Good. My microphone isn't muted. Okay, so select your occupation. I always go fire officer because it makes you fit and strong, which is useful, and I don't have to think about by points. I'm sure there's better ways to do this. A nice feature is you can have presets. This is Bill McGill. There's been Rory McGill and Glory McGill. Bill McGill, and then there was Phil McGill. The McGill family has been thick on the ground. This one is going to have to be called Juan McGill. I don't know why, but he is, because he's just one more in a line of thing. They don't really change very much. Sometimes they change their skin colour. Military boots are good. White fireman t-shirt, we like it. Now, first things first, we're trying to get to the nearest TV to get some training. The training thing I can... Given you're going to die and you're going to lose it all, is there any point? I don't know. I can't help myself. Now that I know that I can listen to the TVs and get free information, I'm... Alright, let's see how we do for a start. I'll try not to muck this up straight away. Right, TV's on, that's a good start. Here we go. And it's on Life and Living TV. Just double check that. Great. So that's the first thing you should do. Pardon me. Find the nearest TV and start listening to your freebies. For those that know the map, the fire station will be just up here. That's the advantage of starting in Rosewood every time. I know the map, I know the locations. I don't think it's cheating. It's just using local knowledge as if it was in your suburb and you knew it, which is nice. So by sitting and listening to the TV, we just learned cooking level 1, and we're in the process of learning cooking level 2. While we're standing listening, we can be sorting out our gear. Obviously we have a backpack, our little school bag, how cute, and in it we have our baseball bat. We equip that in both hands. That'll put it down here on our back. No, it didn't. I'm just going to attach that to my belt. Doesn't matter where. That'll appear down here. This will get right. Equipping both hands was a mistake. It doesn't really matter. There it is. So attach it to my back. That will put it there. So now, number one, put it in, take it out. Put it in, take it out. Alrighty, alrighty. And good. It's finished the broadcast. So at the end of the broadcast, because we caught everything, we got 2 skills in cooking. And those broadcasts, for all the fans that know, are 6 AM, midday, and 6 PM for the first 9 days of the horror that is the thing. I could just start looting all this stuff. That's not a bad idea. In general, the only don't, because I'm just going to move to the fire station anyway. Select your backpack. That means when I loot the things, it will go into the backpack instead of going in my inventory, and that means I pay for the weight of it less. I'm grabbing the frying pan because there's just the smallest chance there won't be one. There's a zombie outside the window. That was that sound. Bread knife, grab. So again, if I didn't start with a backpack, I might be in trouble straight away because I've got a zombie outside. Now, because we're chilled out little creatures, we can just go around. That's a sad thing, you know what I mean? Oh, there's another. Did I miss that one? Yeah, I did. Yes, I did. So just always keeping an eye on your weight. If you get overweight, over encumbered, you will be in trouble. Right. So we're just going to try and make a run for it, not quite literally. But we are heading up to the fire station without much further ado. And I want to get up there by the time of the next broadcast, so I really don't want to muck around. Nope. Looking for a digital watch. No digital watch, sadly. So I could go straight, just through the trees, but I guess, you know, it's probably not the wisest. I could be crouching to be stealthy. I have mixed opinions on that in this early stage. Okay. This guy's going to get over the fence any second, so I'll just make it easier for him. See, when they go green, they're in range. That's time to use their bang bang, smash smash, punchy punch face. Another nice tactic. When it started, you would have thought walk and creep up the side of the road. Hell's no. Straight up the road, because you want to see him coming as maximum distance away. So it turns out this is not the way to the fire station, and I'm walking off into an endless night of hell. Again, knowing the map and knowing where you're going at the start is a big thing, because it's obviously a big advantage. He said, heading off into the endless night. Oh no! No, I think that was fine. This is a different loop around. I'm right. All good. Yeah, just see her, just wandering off into the trees. Don't you mind me? So again, that's the difference on this game setting. They're a bit... they're stupid zombies. They've just been infected. They don't really know what they're doing. And so you can just kind of ignore them. I quite like the fact they don't automatically spot you. It's not that I want it to be so easy, it's just that, I don't know, it feels like classic zombie to me. Not the smartest creatures in the world. So unfortunately, I don't really want to spend my day killing them all. Oh, there's a red digital watch, so we've got to wear that on our left wrist. That's fine, so it's 11:10. And we're aiming to get in by 12, so we're looking pretty good, to be honest. There's a little bit of tension for the presence of this guy. I don't want him... Oh, her. My apologies, young lady. I don't want her... I don't want her breaking into the building. So that's one of the reasons why I do actually kill these people early. And that's the other reason not to sneak, is really I'm aiming to just clear the area. Right, this is where it's always a bit tricky. You're going to go in. You don't know if they're in any of these rooms and so forth. 11:30. Conscious of the time, I can't muck around too much here. So obviously the medicine room. This is why the fire station is the greatest place. Lots of clothes supplies in here. Sometimes maps in this one. There we go. I'll take that and grab all of those as well. So nice free bit of knowledge. Now again, I'm trying not to be too casual because there could be zombies in here. I once came to this end room at the end of the corridor. This is where I use as a bedroom. There was just a pile of them, and I've seen a load in there before as well. Nope, looking pretty safe, which is great. Okay, last room. Just gonna get to the TV, which is here. Hello TV. Look at that, beautiful timing. Right, device options, so we need to turn it on. We need to change the channel to Life and Living TV. We need to tune in, and you can have a little sit. You've earned it. Well done. Bang on midday. The broadcasts are really cool. Sometimes they don't start exactly on the clock. I don't know why. Usually the last 20 minutes are very informative. Sometimes the last 40 minutes. Don't get it. But one disadvantage of using the server rather than the single player is you can't speed up time. Slightly annoying, but I don't really mind. You can still, time still speeds up when you sleep, so there's that. But you can't speed up. You know, like for instance, while you're just sitting here. But quite often when I do, I miss stuff or skip stuff a bit too quickly. Playing at this normal speed almost forces you to make the most of your time, and you can actually sort of pay attention to what's going on a bit more. So I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. The other thing to say is the fire station is just a great place for a base. This is what I've played this a bit, and I know that this is here, and I know it's a great spot. It's got, you know, the equivalent of bedrooms, kitchen, living room, TV, plus the double garage or quadruple garage, octuple garage. It's a very good spot. So that's why I've come straight here. I will go and get myself like a bit more gear from the cupboards in a minute. I just wanted to get in, get on with this, get in learning. So basically, I don't know really actually what these skills do for you, other than probably make things quicker and maybe unlock recipes or you know, make deconstructing something more successful. Some things have requirements, like, you know, the requirement to do certain things to a car needs mechanic level 2. So you go to skills and it'll say mechanics, so you don't have that. So you know, I do have a vague clue what they do, but I don't know exactly which thing is pegged to what. And this is why death is slightly sad. Alright, so we finished the broadcast. Next one at 6 p.m. Nice thing with the digital watches. Okay, so we got the sheets. I'm going to put them downstairs. So the digital watches, I can set an alarm on this one. And I can say, okay, so the next broadcast is at 1800, so I'll set the alarm for 1730, put the alarm on, bing. So now you can see an alarm icon. I'm going to get an alarm when the show comes up. Just a little pause as I got to the corner. Another tip here, so we're going to make, whoopsie daisy, not going to do that, are we? Let's stop with the red box of joy. Firefighter helmet, firefighter jacket, we're going to wear the firefighter jacket. I like the fact there's a load of t-shirts. I wonder what's in the briefcase. I can put that on the ground, I believe. And then run there. It's a pen. Wow. A red pen. That was worth exploration, wasn't it? Sometimes life is just so rewarding. Oh, I've never looked at the fanny packs. I presume there's nothing in them. Can I rip that? No. So anyway, I was going to say I want to rip some clothes. Man, I want to rip some clothes. This is good. A lunchbox. I'll have food in it. And a CD. You take the CD. Firefighter jacket, we are wearing one. Yeah, we are. Firefighter pants we've got on. So we don't need that. We've got the boots, tactical walkie-talkie, don't need that. Okay, nice. I want to craft 4 sheet ropes, basically. And these ropes, we're going to use them to get out of the building, or they're our way, our sort of backup way in and out. Alright, so lumberjack shirt, can I? Yes. Craft sheet rope 1. I don't know how many I've made, probably too many. No helmet, no helmet, no helmet. I think there was the helmet in the very first one, wasn't there? Yeah, wear that. Okay, so we're wearing the clothing because it gives us protection. So now we have like 50% to 70%, 50% bite protection, 70% strike protection, and our leg protection isn't as good. Why? I don't know. Maybe the leg, maybe the firefighter jacket. Yeah, that's just the nature of them. They just don't provide as much protection as the legs do. Let's just get this lunchbox. So there's not that much in it, interestingly. I'm again select my backpack, gonna loot all that, chuck it in the fridge, just have a little nosy. Looks like we're all clear in here. For your first day, no harm in just going through this building, you know, checking it, making sure there's no zombies living in your cupboards. It's always a worry when there are. So there's usually a thing with lots, so there was a frying pan, so I didn't need to steal one. There's all the canned food, and there is a can opener, so we didn't need to really grab that can opener, but I did it anyway. I thought I grabbed a knife. I did. There's a bread knife. I'll put that in. Maybe the one with all the gear in. Put the frying pan in the oven. Oops, that's gone in there. Yep. So put the sheet rope for good. I've got my fridge. I've got my food. Just going to put all that into the fridge, and I'm going to probably eat the chocolate muffin. He's already a little bit hungry. I'm just giving him a chocolate muffin, or a fruit muffin actually would be good. Chocolate donut, no, let's go eat. So you can check things, a really nice feature. He's given -7 hunger and lots of removal of unhappiness. So it's not very nutritious, but it cheers him up. Probably it will remove peckish. It removed peckish. Okay. Ropes. So I like to put a rope here, which I don't seem to have the skills to do yet. I can't remember why. It might be a thing to do with the skills required. That's possible. Alright. In that case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the ropes here for now. Really? Yeah. Okay, it's a weird thing. This bookcase always has food on it. I don't know why it has food on it, but I always move it away. We'll put 2 of the ropes. So you can select 2 like that if you want. I'll put them in the cupboard so I don't have to carry so much. This was sort of snack food, it's drinks, isn't it? It goes in that one. Was that a crossword? Maybe probably that's not going in a food cupboard. Alright, I'm going to try one more window just out of curiosity, see if I can do it. Again, I wouldn't say there'll be any in. If there was a zombie in there, we'd know because it'd be banging. Same with these 2. They don't sit quietly. It's very quiet in this building, so I'm going to say there's no zombies in it. There is a zombie right there, obviously. Still can't make my escape rope. Right, I think I haven't unlocked that skill yet. Okay, one just bust through in this sports room, almost guarantee it. I'm just going to go quick because I want to get to him. Here he comes. I can't. Can I? I can. To remove the broken glass, you need to have something equipped, so I just briefly... And, interesting, it just dropped him on the outside. Well, that's actually what I was trying to do. I'm just going to... No, he's flagged us on the inside. Okay. Just think personally, you don't drop corpses right at the window, you know what I mean? It's just a bad look, right? So I will solve the problem of these windows later. But for now I just wanted to get rid of the zombie that had come through, stop him doing more damage inside the building, and more specifically stop him doing damage to me. We got a nice room in here for deconstructing, like a training room. It must be the Monday morning meeting room, I guess. Windows, right, so for windows, these are the ones that I would be adding the sheets to initially. this one. So it's 340. Add sheet. There we go. One of my brothers in arms. I think he's coming, isn't he? He's on his way. Right. Yeah, that's him smacking against the window. It doesn't matter. You can barricade them all, but I don't really like them breaking the windows. Oh, we're going to have a twosome. So tip there is, don't just rush in. Let one come to you first. Because really the biggest problem is, well, a few biggest problems. Getting caught by surprise and getting outnumbered. And every so often my attacks just don't line up. So I'm going to wear this on the right wrist. I don't know which wrist I had the other one on. But hopefully I now have 2 registered watches. So I can. The reason they let you do that is really rather clever. Now I've got one set for 5:30 and I can set this one, for example, for 5 AM. Okay, so anything else of interest on here? Always worth having a quick look around your car park. There might just be a key lying on the ground. Don't see one, which is a shame. Always, ooh, this van, I like these vans. Right, where's this zombie gone? Where are you, darling? There you are. It's Nick Cave by the looks of things. Black digital watch. I've got 2 red ones. I don't need a black one. In fact, you can actually disassemble that later. No, I don't want to do that. Sorry, I didn't mean to open that menu. I meant to open that menu. No. Someone is making zombie sounds and I can't see them. There we go. Never a good thing that you can't see the guy that's trying to eat your brains. Okay. Well, this truck wouldn't be too bad as well. I like things with carrying capacity, that's why. So that big van is good. No key. Later on, as some more you will know, you can get the skills to break into these cars. You could smash the window, but you still don't have the key, so that's not really going to help you. Unless of course the person locked it. So that one let me in, but there's no key. So one more try to see if we've got a usable car here for free. Yep. Oh, that's a shame. Not a disaster. Right. So, I don't see any keys. It could just literally be lying on the ground somewhere out here. Could be in the building as well. If we look in some of the cupboards and things, we might find it. Some of the zombies will have keys. In this case, they just have underpants. So that window up there is broken, as always a good idea to check. There you go. There he is. It's nice to see he's carrying a comb. Very well presented zombie. Lovely. So just check these. I don't think I did check them before. Nice, AV glasses are a fun thing. Okay, yeah, so we're looking at the medicine stuff. Lots of good stuff. A not bad idea is to take 2 bandages at this point. So let's see. So you can do grab. Oh, no, I didn't mean to do that. Amateurs. Where are they? Now I have to put a load of them back. But I would probably take. I'd carry 2 with me, to be honest, which is probably even then excessive. But I want the bottle of disinfectant. I can turn my alarm off there. You do actually have to pay attention to them because it's very easy to get distracted by things like, ooh, loot. and then miss. So there's lots of good stuff there. See, like I'd like to check in that loot room, but I won't. Alright, so I've got my bandages. Hearing a bit of a chat there. What are you doing here? You must have come through that open window, huh? And I left that door open. For now, I'll put you here, Chuckles. So put the pen in my bag. Nope, failed, missed it. I am going to... Is that light off? Feels like it is a bit. Yeah. Right, so that's the TV time, so we're just here in the nick of time with that. So we can do something like I can have a look at the map. There we go, Muldraw, KY. Kentucky. Is it that one? Let's try that again. It says annotated. Oh, it'd be quick here, so many of them. Easier way out, medical. Right, that's very useful. And then this one is a rosewood. Ooh. Ends right here. Here next. Stash some guns. Oh, that's a useful one. So opposite the school, and then we've now got the map, so obviously. So if I go back to my map, lovely feature, I now can seal the whole thing, and that's the other one that I got. The annotations aren't found on them, which is a shame. That's a small glitch, but I believe it was there. Oops, a daisy. So we need to quit the map. Where is it? Read this map. Nope, not that one. Read map. So it is the not opposite across big square one. Not opposite across big square one. Doesn't look quite the same to me. I think we're looking at here. Anyway, so the broadcast finish. What did I get? I got fishing. Okay. Okay, so basically we're done for the day. We're a little bit hungry. So again, we can just go for snack food at this point. Thinking bigger picture. Why did I do that? So I'm just going to check this. So Louisville is so big, you get a portion of the map. So if you get one Louisville map and another one, read the other one, because it might show you somewhere else. So I'll show you that example. So Louisville's up here. There you go. So I've got one bit showing there and one bit showing there, and there's still another bit for there, another bit for there, another bit there. But I don't know, it probably takes 8 maps or something. Someone else can tell you that. So I'm going to eat my fruit muffin. My maps, I've read them all now, and I've also finished with some of the other stuff. So what I'm going to do is go about my newly found thing. I'm going to put all of those things in there. Go fill up my bottle of water. And I'm going to drink. So we could just go to bed. But to get some stuff done, I quite want to level up my carpentry. Now, should I just let that do it itself? Yeah, I will. I think that I was going to deconstruct some stuff, but I think I'll do a better job once I get more skill. So I'll just have a little explore downstairs and do nothing ambitious. It's a game that sort of rewards us. So I've got him to clean up. It's a game that rewards not being over ambitious, I would say. Which is the exact opposite of my playstyle. I'm like, oh, let's just do one more thing. No, don't. Even now I'm like, oh, just run across to the police station, have a look for some guns. Why? Alright, so I can add a sheet to this one. Close the curtains. It means a zombie won't see you. Head sheet. I can remove the broken gas if I have my hammer out, but I have to refresh the menu once I've taken out the hammer. And close the curtains. I could remove the broken gas, but to be honest, what's the point? I mean, there is a point. Can we book dirty rag? Nothing too exciting there. Medicine, right, so I didn't finish this. So I can disinfect both the bandages using the disinfectant. So now I have 2 sterilized bandages. That's a good thing. And I've still got some disinfectant. So if I get bitten, I can disinfect it. Probably take some alcohol wipes while I'm here. So this is the grate. So there's axes. I might take the axe. I didn't actually check. My baseball bat's almost broken because I've used it so much. So I take one thing. I put his baseball. Put it in his bag for now. Try and remember I did that. Alright, so tools. I forgot this bit about. So for the carpentry, I need 1 screwdriver. Do I have one? I've got a hammer, so I want the screwdriver. So we'll grab that. We've got a hammer, but we need a saw. Like that. Okay, so that's a hammer, screwdriver, saw. That's basically tools of carpentry. There's other tools here. There's obviously lug wrench and so a jack. Well, it's good to know if we got a jack. I don't see a jack so far. New road cone. No jack so far. A jack in here. Nope. Mechanics Volume 2. I'll grab that. Usually some more bits and pieces in here. Nothing great. And small bits and pieces down here. Some plank. A plank's useful. Tar pump, empty gas can. That's useful. No, I didn't see the jack. I think I'm going to say we don't have a jack. It just means we can't work on cars for now, but that's not a big deal. Not really in car working on time. Alright, so we got our axe now. That's good. Usually I stay with the baseball bat for ages. I've just been a bit different here. So I don't want to carry around a mechanics book or the crosswords, to be honest. They can go in there. Baseball bat, my pride and glory, can also go in there. Just for now. The sheet. Well, is there anywhere downstairs? I think all the windows. No, there's more windows downstairs. Chuck on the ground. Okay, I think we're gonna just go for a bit of a snooze. Show you maybe some food stuff. Let's have a quick look. Okay, I don't have anything. So the plan for tomorrow, so maybe that's the way to do this. Not particularly tired. I think the plan for tomorrow is to try and find a car, get up to the supermarket and steal a load of food to put in the fridge before it rots in the supermarket. So that's where the game is great in many ways, is long-term planning, because it is a survival simulator. I probably don't need to shut that door, do I? Do you think anyone's going to attack me now? No. So I've got my alarm set for 5 AM. Sure, go for a snoozy time. I think it's 3 hours is the minimum he needs to be rested. So you could get up now, which I just did by pressing a key, and go and read a book. The problem is it kind of sets you off on a bit of an odd curve for the hours of the day. Oh, interesting. Looks like they just did a lesson that I missed. That's really annoying. So there's the one at midnight on that day. So he's bored. Already? One day into a zombie holocaust and he's bored? Seriously? So I've got the sheet. There's not much to it. Interesting that's broken. I can add a sheet. Right. I didn't check this from out, I don't think. You know what? I've never tried this. Right, grab. I have never tried mopping up blood in the game. How would I do that? No. It's one of these ones that I bet you can do it. Doesn't look like too easy for me though. Right, I'm not going to waste time on that. Right. So 1 AM, the next broadcast at 6. Should we just do a little night run to see if we can find a car at the cop station? We've got 5 hours. Let's do it. Crazy talk, but let's do it. Okay, so I'm seeing a zombie. The problem is, this is textbook, definitely what not to do. I don't know why I'm doing this. It's what I was talking about earlier. Like, the visibility is not as good at night. So, sure, grab the painkillers. I mean, it's not bad, but just things seem to have a bit of shadows that you can lose the stuff in. Do like a good pencil. Very good for making notes. The other thing you can do is you can grab this guy. Move them off the road on the basis that we will be driving later. We don't want to run over corpses. I don't know, but I have a feeling they reduce your tire quality. Okay, is that a key? I don't think it is. Nope. The keys, interestingly, do look quite a lot like the cracks on the road. Probably deliberate. Just to mess with your head. So that's another example. We've got another. That's another bit of the map. I don't know if it's always a different bit by default, as in, like, you know, slightly fudged. There's a car key. Up there. 2 car keys. Right. So we've got a Chevalier Dart key. And we've got a Chevalier Cerise wagon key. Ooh, everyone loves a Cerise wagon, don't they? No light sources up here. Again, I love a good van, so I'm just hoping that this has actually got the key in it. Nope. I don't know which vehicle's which, but when you walk next to a vehicle you have the key for, like this one, it lights up. So we got the vehicle, we got the key for that one. No cop cars in the police station car park. It's unusual. It's one of the many, many nice features that this consistency is like that. Right. The dart is probably this little thing here. Nope. Or this one. Nope. Could be that one. Regardless, I like the look of our station wagon. Actually, what we can do is we can have a look with this. And just see what the condition of it's like. 85% on average. This is a very quick summary for all the many details that you can get. I still like it. Nothing wrong with that. It's there we go. That's the other one we've got, and we're just going to have a look at. So the other cars, these other cars might have keys as well, but there's not much point checking them given we've already got something pretty much like them. 83%. Right, so they're much of a muchness. Oh, see a little bit of a run there just to get some distance. The hoodie would give us more scratch defense, but I find that you get a lot of issues with heat exhaustion. He's already in panic. Bless him. Is it because it's night time when he's out killing zombies? Possibly. So we can unlock the trunk, put the key in the ignition, unlock the doors if you wanted. That's especially useful if you have friends. Hit the engine. Whoops. Station wagon. I think it's a very good zombie car. It's a little bit Ghostbusters-y, sort of. Oops. It's not the most manoeuvrable, but I think it's got a big boot. Oh, hello, hello, hello. And we have company, as we saw. Again, I'm just gonna... Oh. Why won't it let me pick him up? Just gonna chuck him out the way. That one's in the way as well. If you were paying attention, you notice the car was left running. That's because I'm actually literally just going to be in and out, so no point stopping it for that. In general, you might want to shut it off because it makes noise and you want it to be quiet for the zombies. So we want to unlock the door, open the door, go to the right side of the car. And here we go. Okay, so right, so we have the car. Because I opened the boot, I can also have a look. I have to open it first, but now I have the inventory of it. Quite often there's rubbish, and quite often I like to get rid of that rubbish. So one option is just to leave the gas can. Take. Right. It's 350, so we've got a gas can in the back, no harm in that. Sorry, micro personal intrusion. Just emptying that out, and then I tend to put these guys in here. The tarps useful for tents, duct tape you use to repair things. All good. So he's getting a little bit peckish, no drama. A little bit moist. It's nice to be moist, isn't it, folks? Everyone loves to be moist. We can repair the axe, but I don't need it. It is a bit battered, I have to say. It's gone down fast. So car keys, you drag them and you put them on your keyring. That's them out of the way. Louisville map. Like Valheim, like everything, there's just so much inventory management that forms the basis of the game. It's funny. It really is the game. Right, so I'm going to fill up my drink. Fill my water bottle. Have a little snack. Well, I mean, we don't have great food because all we've got is fresh food. We just got what we had in the fridge when we took over. Not much, these fireys, as they say in Australia. Right, that's me well fed, tummy full, happy days. So 6 AM is the next learning opportunity. Should I read mechanics a bit? The CD, do the crossword. Not really. Painkillers, I don't really want to carry them around, so just chuck them in there. It's always a good idea to check what you've got. That's all my construction stuff. Pen and pencil, great. We need those, and they're not too much work. I want to do the. I'm sure this must be a carpentry thing that I can't do. So this is an example of stuff, right? So if I want to build furniture, a wooden chair, it needs carpentry level 2. Or carpentry 7 for a rainwater barrel. Carpentry 2 for that, right? There's my alarm to get me out of bed. Don't need it, thank you. So this is where you would turbo through an hour if you were playing. That's a slight disadvantage. So books, we don't really have the books we want. I can't be bothered reading Mechanics 2. There's not really much point in it. The library is the place to go for books. But we have our vehicle. We're going to the supermarket for food because it's a triage thing. This is a zombie apocalypse, as it were. We're trying to survive. Fresh food is something we're going to run out of. There's freezers full of food around town and fridges full of food, but the fridges are going to go off. So we want to kind of hit the supermarket, fast food joints and a few other places for their food. Loads of houses will have food as well. You can hit them up later, especially the little freezers. That's always a nice source of food. Again, full disclaimer, I haven't played this game to like end game levels. I'm not a pro. You know, I don't know how important this is. I kind of play it like a... Not role-playing is not the way, but what would you do in a zombie epidemic? And my first thought was get guns and more guns. But actually, obviously, food is kind of slightly, arguably, more necessary. It would be quite good to repair my axe before we go much further. That is going to break on me, I can tell. I don't usually let it hum, but that would be an example of where you're going to get in trouble because you're going to be out playing and you didn't repair your axe, you didn't check it before you left. You get in a fight, axe breaks, and you suddenly find yourself defending yourself with a rubbish hammer. Like, I can use this hammer on my belt as a backup weapon. It's not the worst thing, but I want to use that largely for doing stuff, and it's already half dead. So yeah. So the good thing about being a firefighter is you get your helmet, 100% scratch defense and bite defense, so you can't get bitten on the head anymore. Military boots, same, can't get bitten on the feet. Your pants are 20-30, not great. Your chest is 50-70. This is really good protection. It gives you a fighting chance. Okay, here we go. We got the broadcast coming on. I'm actually just going to set the other watch. So that's the 5 AM one. I'm going to set it for 11 AM. In fact, I'm going to set it for 11:30 maybe. Sometimes setting it an hour ahead is good because you know what's coming, but then it's bad because actually you sort of, it goes off and you go, oh yeah, and then by the hour passes and then you find yourself doing something else like making a nice dinner for a beautiful woman, and you've missed your show. I've done that quite a few times. So in some ways I think half an hour is a good warning. It gives you enough time to go, we can deal with it fast. I was hoping we were going to do carpentry here actually, but we're doing cooking again, I believe. So we're doing another episode of cooking, I think. Seems like him. He's certainly chatting about rabbits. So boredom went down. Boredom went down some more. Boredom went down some more. Cooking went up. Yes, we are doing cooking. So these shows are great because they not only do they teach you stuff and level up your skills, but they also stop you getting bored. If you want, you can go online, you can find a schedule of them. People have done that for you. I printed one out, but essentially it's 6-12 thing. There's a couple of exceptions to the pattern, I think. There's a couple of times where there's no 6 p.m. on or something like that, but it's the easiest thing is just to stick to the pattern and show up to them all. That's it, finished. Alright, so I'm just mental notes here. I should have a duct tape here. Nope. Where'd I put my duct tape? It's all downstairs, I think. Again, questions about should you run or not? Well, the thing is, you've not got much time between the days and night cycles, so sometimes yes, you should. So I'm going to grab the duct tape, and the other duct tape is probably in this cupboard out here. Yep. So you need 2 duct tape to do a repair. Let's have a look and see what I can do. So I'm going to repair the axe with 2 duct tape. That's good. And if you're wondering why I confused why does it say yes I can do it, but it uses 2 duct tape, but then the duct tape doesn't get used up. It's because it uses up, let's say, a quarter of the duct tape with each attempt. So the first time you do it, you're not really using it all up, you're using up a quarter of it. Alright, so I unlock my door, open my door. Sometimes be a zombie right there, just keep your heads up. In we go. Lovely piece of gameplay, as it were, or horror. Oh, okay, I made the turn too soon. Not smart. Right, so for those who know where you are, you're going to go up to the supermarket. We've got the police station on our left here, which we just stole vehicles from. Opportunistically took vehicles. The courthouse, lots of car parks up the back there. Main Street, watch out for crashed vehicles. The church, no comment. Supermarket here, there's a little gang of zombies standing there. Nice and quiet. So I'm going this time I'm turning off the key. Again, don't be too blasé. But so down here we have the meat section as it looks. Make sure you get your backpack selected, loot all. So we got 6 ground beef burgers or something. 2 uncooked chickens. Some bacon. And the other thing is, you can also put this in your freezer back at home. So we got, oops, goodness me. Okay, full disclosure, I'm not a big fan of fish, so I don't loot the fish. Is it a bad thing? Probably it's a bit silly, isn't it? So again, my guy would be fine with his fish, wouldn't he? Right, I am full. So what I can do here is this bag is now 14 of 18, it's full. My personal weight is also almost full, so I could have just chucked it in my bag, carried it, but then he's overloaded. And when he's overloaded, he gets a bit miserable. So here we go, zombie coming in. Ooh, here's a tough one. So we got one there, but I'm just gonna ignore him for now. So you see it sorts by stuff, so I can just grab all the food, drag it over. So just going in the boot of the car. Boot of the car's got space for 52, good to know. I believe that's big enough to put a fridge in, which is also good to know. Come back to that. So I don't really like leaving the gas can in there. Oops, did I miss something? I think I just slightly preemptive. Obviously it's a little bit slow moving stuff backwards and forwards. It is what it is. I think it's efficient because otherwise my inventory's full. If I don't have the car, my inventory's full. I'm going to have to walk back with all this stuff, which is risky. Lots of contact opportunities. Whereas now I can fill up the car, back in again. Look at all those yummy cakes. Cake. Right, so shrimp's lovely. In the bag, that's good. Alright, so other than the fish, we got it all. Now my next target is the cakes section. There's bread. There's also pastries. This is the one I really like, the proper cakes. Now, there's a lovely thing, there's a scream there from the distance. I don't believe anyone else is alive out there, rightly or wrongly. I'm going to eat one. See, he went over encumbered when he picked up the pie, but before he put it in his tummy. He should go unencumbered once he's finished eating it. Yep. Okay, that's ridiculous, but it is as precise as that. Okay, so we got food again. I can hear footsteps. There he is. So I'm gonna... Oh, interesting. Again, this is the advantage of this game mode. I'm slightly whispering there, but he went for the window, not for me. On Apocalypse, I swear he'd have vaulted the car and slid into my face by now. There's nothing to say there's not one walking in behind me. You've got to listen. And you should be checking before you start loading the car as well. Like, give it a 360. Right, let's do this guy. Technically no need, but this guy could move position, and then when I come out he could be right on top of me, so I don't think there's any harm in doing that. So basically we've done 920, but I want my apple pie slice. Right, and then along here there's like fresh fruit and fresh vegetables, which is all great. Over here, more importantly, there's some ice cream. Nummy nummy ice cream in the freezer. So I'm just going to loot some of that. Some of that. Why not? I don't think there's anything else. There is a cupboard back here. I haven't actually tried this. Last time I played, there was a nasty pile of zombies in here, so I just decided to leave it alone. Let's have a quick look at what's in here. Probably cleaning products. Yeah, paper bags, plastic bags, some garbage. Right, so that's fine. I can just skip that. Oops. No need to shut it, but also sort of no need not to. Oh, hello. Right, I'm going to finish this guy off. Let's see what's getting the toilet. Or actually, that might be the mini management room. He's got a key, so that key is likely to be for some room, like that room, you know what I mean? There's absolutely nothing of interest in there. You might find glue, for example, in there. Okay, so it's 10, coming up for 10 AM. What's this in here? I don't know. Oh, it's like a materials room. So, more duct tape, for example, we can grab that. Oh yeah, there's a laundry attached next door. I wonder if they have sheets in this one. They do, not surprisingly, and a toolbox. Take those sheets. Oh, it's a man who was doing his laundry. Wow, he is a tough cookie. And again, no visible reason to know why he was such a tough cookie. Right, I am getting out. We're doing good. There's no need to stay. We want to get back for our 12 o'clock broadcast. Yeah, plenty of time. So there's things like a drugstore somewhere there. There's another food place. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. glanced away. I think there's a couple of food places we can knock off. There's things like the school has a cafe, so you could go in there. I used to shut that every time when I left and then reopen it. Don't do that so much anymore. It's probably the things like that that are the difference in life and death, in a sense. Like, should you? Yes, you should. Do I always? No. Right, so he's got quite a bit of stuff on him, probably because of the sheets that I just grabbed. So let's just run this upstairs. 11. So I can do something like I can put the duct tape and the sheets in here. That takes out my weight. Oops, still another one. Can't interrupt while the little progress bar is going, which is easier said than done. So the fridge, when you click on it, there's actually a freezer icon as well. That's where you put your frozen goodies. We have a whole pile of ice cream. I don't think I ate any ice cream in the last game. I must make an effort to eat some this time. Misclicked. That's not the fridge. That's the fridge. Fridge? Yes, the fridge. So because we didn't sleep at night, we're now very tired. So we'll be going for a nap. That is that guy banging on the... Okay, so I want to take the meats this time, if I can. So that's, no, there's any meat patties. Right, I'm full, so I can't take everything this run. That's fine. And then what I was going to say is, it's up to you what you do, whether you put it all in the thing. But my preference is to keep some stuff out, but chuck a load of stuff in the freezer because it will go off and you can't get through it fast enough. So I'll freeze the steak. Salami, I would have thought would preserve better. Pork chops can go in. Meat patties can go in. Ground cut thing can go in. Bacon can freeze, I would say. Chicken. Don't know what I'm going to do with chicken's foot. Chicken's foot soup, presumably. Then the ham and bologna and salami, I think that I'm going to put in the main bit. Okay, so that's also 12 o'clock, so I'm just going to stop before I miss a bit. So there's TV time. Sit. Don't have to sit. I just think it probably gives him some micro resting. I'm going to eat the chips so that I don't have them in my bag. Come on, we're doing carpeting? Yeah, we're doing carpentry. Whoa, that might help us with this ropes escape thing. And if it does, it'll be a good example of why you should listen to the broadcast, because that's something you want to have, is the ability to do escape ropes, and you'll see why. So he's been drinking his water. That's me just gone up a level in carpentry. That jingle means you just leveled up. There you go, carpentry level. I think so. Let's see. Let's just. I can still hear the broadcast from here. What did I do wrong? I was like, this is a classic. It's nothing to do with learning. I don't have any nails on me. I just went and It says sheet rope can be used an improvised thing. One sheet rope required per level requires hammer and nails, right? So that's just an easy piece of stupidity from me. I remember that as soon as I read it. I'm like, oh yeah, of course it needs nails, because what else are you going to hammer it in with? Right, did he finish? Yeah, they finished the broadcast, so I can move on. I'll put my ham and my bologna in the fridge. Obviously, there's still stuff in the back of the car. Should I unload it now? No, I think I should unload it at night time. I'm very tired. I can take a quick 3-hour nap. That then messes with the schedule. But unfortunately, that's probably the price I'm going to pay here, because that's what I've done. I've gone out of rhythm. Alright, so in that case, I am going to unload more of the car to get more fresh food in the fridge. And then I'm going to go for a nap, and then watch the next broadcast, and then carry on. Right, so we want apple pie. I'm just looking for things that, again, could be going off. I wouldn't be putting bread in the fridge. It's a philosophical point, folks. Put bread in the fridge. Meat patties, yeah, I want all those. Yeah. Oh, yep, that and that. Alright, so everything else looks like it's bread based. So I'll just pause there. Again, he's over encumbered, which is not great. You'll find that he kind of wears his body down. It's not doing it enough. Probably I'm micro unencumbered. I wouldn't say I'm encumbered, in fact. 13.1. Ah, that was on 4.06. Okay, so right, we've got things in the bag. I think all of this stuff is fridge food, except maybe the meat patties, but which I'm now going to have to move, of course. So basically, you're going to do 3 hours is the amount of time you need to sleep to maximum empty this tiredness. You'll see it will drop down when we sleep. So I can move the meat patties to the freezer by clicking there. I can see them arriving. No, I can't. There they are. 10, 11 uncooked meat patties. Ooh, we're rich in meat patties. Okay. So again, if it's 2 now, I'm going to sleep 3 as we have 5, so it'll be 1700. That's a good time to have the alarm set. Alarm. 15:30. Yeah, well, that'll do. Fine. There we go. So broadcast at 1800. 1800 hours will be broadcasting. You can still hear that zombie down there banging away. Oh, I don't have my nails. Can I run down and get my nails? I can probably run and get the nails in the time I've got. 10 minutes. It's going to be very close. But he's going to do it. Because he's a hero. Box of nails. No box of nails. Box of nails. No box of nails. Box of nails. There we go. Got his box of nails. Run, Wallace. Wallace? Boris? I think it's Forrest, you'll find. Run, Forrest, run. Right, no problem. No problem. So, to use your nails, you need to open your nails. Now I have 100 nails. And now I can add my escape rope. Don't. So there's my escape rope. That means I can climb down to get out, and I'm going to climb up. And I put it there because you climb up and you're right next to the TV. So if you're in a rush, you can get straight up and watch the show. What's today's show? What could it be? I'm just going to go and grab the other sheets. These ones. Probably going back to nature, apparently. I think we're learning some sort of survival, which would be, is it fishing? Nope, we're learning farming. There we go. Now, obviously, if you can read a book about this thing, you can increase the rate in which you learn, and then if you could learn more from these lessons. You couldn't, in my opinion, read enough books to maximize that, and also you'd sacrifice getting food. But if you're playing as a group on the server, that's certainly something you could do. Somebody could split the skills. Say, I'm going to focus on farming. I'll read the farming book before that episode comes up, and then I'll double or triple my experience. That would be a good idea. Easier said than done when you're soloing. Okay, so I put that rope there. I sometimes put another one over there. That's fine. Right, you're going to add a sheet to that one. And close the curtains. Add a sheet. So why would you do it on the first floor when the zombies can't see it? Well, I just don't know how the game works, to be honest. It just feels like that way they can't see me wandering around and get attracted. And also there's a bizarre incident with a chopper. It's a spoiler, but how it spots or if it spots, not clear to me. So this is the other place I put the sheet, and it's because it's a good sort of central location. If you're coming back through this thing, you can go down to the basement or through to the kitchen straight through with less jinking, so I like that. So I've got one on both sides of the building. So I've got 2 escape ropes, front and back. It's a good thing. The nails can go in your backpack, you don't need them directly. Check your axe for health, looks good. You've got some food in the back of the car. It's 7 PM. You've done your thing. It's time to get rid of that guy at the door. You can see it banging. Although it's 7 PM, it's not dark. Huh? Huh? Did I miss that? No. I think it might be because it's the bit we know already. It didn't display very well. Don't really care about him, to be honest. It's not that important. So this is going to be a nighttime run. Where are we going to go? Where are we going to? Well, this is because I would have done an afternoon run, but I missed it. So I should have just not gone for a nap. Here we go. He's coming. I knew he would. I've seen some of the work they're doing on the new version of the animals for the carrying the corpses. Really nice. They sort of drag them around, and you can even throw them out the upper floor windows, which is really nice. But not quite implemented yet, I believe. Right, I'm going to check the other map in here for now. That's the one that we didn't really like. So the thing to do now is probably back to the supermarket and get the fresh food. So I think that's what I would normally do, so I'll do it. Could go to the school to try and get more books, but I think the fresh food is more important, and this fresh food is literally like carrots and stuff like that that is sitting on the shelves, and so if you don't get it now it will rot. Like I can't tell you which day it rots by. I haven't done micro research. You should probably build a flow chart of how best to survive the pandemic and what best to do on any given day. I'm not quite at that level either. Spreadsheet on its way. Here we are, rolling up beautifully. Key out because we want to make as little noise as possible to not attract people. Dealt with some of these randoms, so this is what we were talking about before. Backpack here. So this is what we've got. carrots and onions and potatoes and lettuce. And then this pattern repeats on these blocks, except it's slightly mirrored or something. So we've got the fruit, and then this side's got the veg. This side we've got fruit, 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 and veg. Did see a zombie walking past in the distance, in case anybody was paying attention. Somewhere out there he goes. And of course, because he spotted me, he's now trying to batter his way head first through a window. They do remind you of some of your friends, don't they? Now apparently he was shocked by the sight of that zombie. I'm not quite sure why, because we all saw it coming, right? But never mind. Bless him. Juan Miguel. He is not the most observant of matadors in the arena. Yeah, thank you. Please, no offense to beautiful Spanish people, who probably wouldn't even recognize that as an attempted Spanish accent. It wasn't Spanish, it was pre-Columbian, mate. Pre-Columbian, is it? I think pre-something, whatever. Okay, he's dumped all that out. Now I happen to know, spoiler alert, these are also vegetables, even though they look like donuts, really. And and then also you might have observed I didn't take all the fruit. Well, I am going to take the fruit. I just go for the veggies first. The watermelons are, I think they're huge. Like in terms of the space, they take about 3, so they're very big. Now I like the condiments, the little limes and orange. I like them personally. I think they make a nice addition to a good meal, depending on what you're making. So I'm keen on getting those. What have we got? More of that, and again we don't want the watermelon, so let's just make sure we don't get that. Oh, we want that. We missed that the first time round. Okay, so I wasn't planning on putting more in the boot, but the fridge run, that's what I was going to do. Fridge run! Well, I'll do the fridge run. I don't need to do the fridge run. See, he's already getting tired. He's getting a bit hungry. If only we had some sources of food nearby. Grapefruits, mangoes, pineapples, zucchinis. It really is a smorgasbord. I'll take it, yeah, sure. I don't want those ones. Yeah. Okay, so what did we miss? Yeah, sure, take the zucchinis. Come on, you zucchinis. Nobody loves you, but I'll take you. Obviously, we're working into the night, man. Who is banging on the window as well? So on these aisles, there's all sorts of goodies as well. There's like chews, but most importantly, there's condiments somewhere. I didn't actually get them last time. So there's the hot chocolates, baking powder. There should be, see, hot sauce. I just saw it there. Peanut butter, that's good stuff. And there's canned food. I didn't bother with the canned food because I figured I can come back and dried canned food. Pasta, interesting. Dried food, coffees, again some more flavouring, tea, processed cheese. Oh, there's some. Oh, I didn't spot this section. There's a fridgy section. Oh no, right, I have to come back. I need to come back. Oh no. Right, well, it's 10 o'clock at night. It's time to go. Oh, it's you, buddy. Okay, fine. Let's go. thug life. Oh, sorry. As my friends will testify, running them over is remarkably ineffective. I had to run my buddy over like 10 times to kill him when he became a zombie. Um, I'm not sure what that's about exactly. I don't really mind, but it's not as quite as deadly as you might think. I think if you hit them at speed, I think it's pretty good, and sort of hit them at speed and then reverse over them to finish them seems to work. But once you start to drive a bit more slowly, it doesn't seem to become as effective. Alright, so I'm going to close the door. I'm going to lock the door. I'm going to take the food upstairs. I don't want to spend too much time. I've got, well, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, he's alright. I need 3 hours sleep before the 6 a.m. start. We'll be fine, right? Okay, so this is all fruits and veggies. Let's just go in the fridge. We only store up to 40 in total. So this is actually, I don't know, I think I'll probably either fill it or come very close to filling it. Might help that I didn't loot the mangoes. Not the mangoes, the watermelons. Got a pineapple in the fridge downstairs. Need to eat that personally. Okay, so again, does it matter what I'm going to take from here? Not really. No, not really. And corn seems like a good thing. Surely we can. And potatoes, they seem like good. Potatoes and radishes. Okay, we're full. It's going to take about midnight to get this done, I suspect, in game terms, which is alright. I think this is the other thing about this game that makes it so difficult. So as you can see, if you've tried any of the other game modes that not set up like this, it's much easier. You can actually get off to a nice clean start. You know, you sort of feel efficient, like you're doing stuff. You've got a car, you've got a base set up. Like first 2 days, hey, we've got this game. You know, we've got this game. But it's just one bloody bite is all it needs. One mistake is all it needs. It's brutal. Right, so the fridge is full. Okay, so that is gonna give us some problems. But I'm gonna solve those problems. Not now, not immediately, but I do need to check how much room's in the car. So we've used 15 of 52. We don't have 14 spare, so we have to do something clever here. And the clever thing to do is to move everything from A to B. That means it doesn't touch my inventory because I just dragged it from one thing to the other, so that's nice. And then what we're going to end up with is an empty shelf. Nothing there. There we go, nothing there now. And then I go back to my thing and I'm going to probably actually going to take the gas can out of her. So the shelf capacity 30 on this one, so that's not bad actually. I'll probably get most. Wouldn't generally want to put a load of food on the shelf like this, but oh, interesting, there's a TV broadcast happening. tempting me to go upstairs and have a look. So, what are we? Right, car's fine. I'm fine. I'm gonna have a little nosy at what that chatting about. It's some sort of seems to be spam to me. Like, so just gonna check my watch. Got it set to no. So this one needs to go back to 5. I'm happy to do 5:30 for now because it looks like we're not going to get to bed much before. No, we don't want that. We want 5 because we want enough time to make some food. Even though I give 4:30 is a better time. Alright, let's just drink. Fill the water bottle. He is in fact hungry. We have a lot more food in the fridge now. We eat the blueberry. What's it say? -30. So he's fine. Right. 1 AM. That will take me till 4 AM. That's fine. I'm just going to play it cool. So, as I said, 3 hours, 2, 3. That's him cleared. Right, we're up. It says we don't need to eat, but I'm just going to grab a pie. So I've eaten, and then I'm going to stand around like a lemon. Nope, I'm not. I'm going to go downstairs and just finish unloading the car food. I don't need to, but the OCD in me wants to. Water bottle, a little water in it. Okay, whoops, I Daisy missed the door because I was looking at something else. Let's see, right, we got. So, I do everything but the gas can. Again, there's bread and stuff in here. I shouldn't have bread. Well, it's going to have to be as it is. So all the see that did that not just say stale? Yeah, the bagel's gone stale already. I don't know where you're supposed to keep that stuff to stop it going stale. I know you can make your own in the end, so probably the thing to do is just ignore it. I like to make the odd peanut butter sandwich though. So back up, so it's not quite empty because I just wanted to grab that. No harm in having the gas can. However, I think we can run without it. Hooky dooky. I'm going up for my broadcast. Yeah, so what are we on? He has survived for 1 day and 20 hours, so it's almost 48 hours, almost 2 days. Killed 29 zombies. Wow. That's quite a low count for me, I have to say. Not being boastful, I'm just... I think because the fire station wasn't overpacked with zombies, so I didn't have to clear that out, and even the supermarket was pretty quiet. Remarkably quiet, too quiet. It's just trying to lure me in. So we're doing cooking again, apparently. Okay, we're done. Good. So the plan, actually, yeah. No. I can also show you what not to do. My buddy did that, except he went with the one with no rope. Just jumped out the window. Like, really? Seriously? What are you doing? Okay, I'm hearing some mumbling of a zombie. Here he is. So another way to deal with this, which I quite like, is don't go and kill them there. Let them come to where you want them to be, a corpse, and then kill them. I do like the ranger outfit. I have a, you know, I'm quite tempted to play as a ranger one of these days. Obviously, from a survival point of view, the fireman is the way. So, but they're really cute, those green outfits. I really like them. Be tempted to wear one. So, the plan today is we did the broadcast. Now we're going to go and get a fridge because we got too much food. And there's a number of places to go for a fridge. Always overcook that turning. Just quite a blind turn. But one of the places to go for a fridge would be somewhere like here. Oh heck. That was me doing my reversing special. No, actually, although you'd think park it at the garage. So I just don't trust this guy. I was going to go in and I'm just like, he's going to come at me from behind. Okay. Vitamins, I'll take the vitamins. Vitamins kind of boost your energy, I believe, so you're like stamina. So there's a fridge out, there's a small fridge here. Been here, done this, don't like it. So I'm just going to check his books. Mechanic Volume 1, Metalwork Volume 1, yeah, well, sure. Oh, Metalwork Volume 2. That's, the magazines are good, because you learn things from them, but quite often not very useful. So I'm just going to check, before I go next door, I just want to have a quick look in the garage. Ooh, did you see that? I did. There's a zombie in that bedroom. There's a plank, lots of nails. I want to put the plank in there. I actually want the wood glue as well. Can I get him to come? No, he's gone wandering off. Ah, he came through the window, I see. I mean, there's an example of going in with the weapon ready, because you figure okay, I'm not putting everything in, just the plank is the vaguely heavy thing. I think if I'm carrying the plank, I probably won't be able to carry the fridge. It's a useful book. So cooking volume 1 is no use to us because we've actually finished it already, and this is one of these ones. We can't empty the fridge, sorry, we can't carry the fridge while it's full. This is actually going to hurt because it's heavy, but there's nothing really I can do about that. Yeah, there is something I can do about that. It's a bit slow, but it's probably worth doing. I put the food that I just got in the back of the car, so I'm carrying less. Yeah, that's probably good. He's still quite heavy. Wouldn't normally, but I will in this case. Sure. Right, okay, that's as sort of good as I get. Yeah, nice. So what you do is you go here, you go pick up fridge. Sure, he's doing it. He's got a fridge. And then we don't see he's taking health damage there. That's the back of the thing. Putting the fridge in the back of the car. So it's 9 AM, right? I have actually got a bit of time. There's a garage up here, it's locked. Interesting double car crashes there. There's a garage open there. Oh, nice little Jeep. I haven't seen that before. A lot of zombies there. Nice little Jeep again there. Oh. Okay, I actually thought I was going to go through that. Okay, so this is just to show you, this is the church. Oh, I've gone right the way through town. Okay, I just thought this was going to be the school there. You could check for keys in the church car, but still the churchgoer's car seems fitting. Sorry, I was just trying to adjust my headphones at the same time there. Hence the terrible driving. Okay. So now we go to our thing, we find our fridge. We can grab a fridge. And then we go to place our fridge. And as it says, you can rotate it if you wanted to. So you could, for example, set it up to be at the back along that line. I think in this case, I'm relatively happy. Yeah, I'll put it there. Don't worry about the fact it jiggles around because he's moved, but it's going where you said you wanted it. So I'm just going to get my food out of the back. Again, we want to really try and take all the food. So we sort them by category. So we got all the food. So apples, vegetables and fruit are all going in the top. Thank you. Processed cheese, sausage. The peas I remember were frozen. The ice cream was frozen. Ground beef would have been frozen. Bacon, let's freeze it. Ham, far out, I'll try freezing one. I haven't tried it. But... Oh! gosh. Well, that... I heard it. Where did that come from? Did I leave that open? Yep. Wow. Okay, so there you go. And that was so close to point well. Cheezo, kids. Right. Jeez. So I was trying to put a ham in a freezer, and then I got attacked by a zombie. That's how you die in this game. Right, so... all of those are things that would go in the fridge. So you may be thinking, but your kitchen's upstairs. Well, yeah, but you can shuffle this stuff and shuttle, I should say, later. So you may as well have it downstairs. Get the car in, get out, get everything. So we've still got a few things. I'm going to try freezing the things that haven't gone stale. And the apple. And the things that are chocolate and bread. And the things that are stale, I'm going to throw them in the bin. Okay, so freezing. I want to freeze the baguette, the bread, cookie, chocolate, cinnamon roll. Right, those are. I'm just trying. I don't know if it'll work. I think it probably will. Now, the wisest of the wise amongst you might say, yes, but what happens when the last things rot? Sorry, what happens when this fridge gets open? Well, we're going to steal another fridge, aren't we? Where you can have more than one fridge in this section. Now, the fireman's pole, obviously that is the place where the fireman's pole comes in. I don't think it works. I've tried many a time. If it does work, I haven't worked out how to make it work. Maybe later on we could build a staircase in there or something. Alright, so 11:20. We're on track for a piece of... Ooh, sorry about that. I just remembered. So we've still got a few bits and pieces here. Plank. So I want the books. I'm looking at books. I probably want the vitamins. And the other things I'm going to leave in the car just for now. Gun shop? Don't know why. Shot in the heart and you're to blame. You give love a bad name. Right, so I am going to read Fishing Lanes Autocourse. I'm going to read that one. So if you look at it, it says instructive manual containing diagrams and common maintenance tasks for popular modern performance car models. So it teaches you how to repair common performance cars. Great. Great, you say. I know. Awesome. We've got the electronics. That would help us make a remote trigger. We could do that. We've also got Fishing and Mechanics Volume 1. I would like to take that one to read. I do some mechanics, don't do much fishing. Put my vitamins in there, because who needs them? Right, so here you can, this is a bad example, but you can read this book while you're listening to the broadcast. Okay, so again, it's midday, we're drowsy. This is the thing we did last time, we took a nap. I'm probably not going to take a nap this time. Fight on through. A little bit nibbly. Other than that, pretty good. You can see if you point at your book, it's pages read 17, 18, 19 off 220. So he's gently reading it and getting it. Meanwhile, we're learning carpentry. So we're learning mechanics and carpentry. But the thing with the mechanics thing, what we're actually doing is we're learning a multiplier down here. So it says our mechanics is multiplied by 0.3. When we finish reading the book, it'll be multiplied by 3. So you don't learn anything. It just makes it easier for you to learn by doing stuff that is mechanics. So it's useful, but it's different to this thing where you're getting the programs and they're actually giving you experience. This is not giving you experience, this is just giving you a multiplier for experience. And that's what I was saying before, you can combine the two. You could read trapping or foraging so that by the time it comes up, I just don't have those books. I grabbed what I had. Looks like they're broadcasted basically over. What do I want to do now? So there was liquids in the fridge, cheeses and things that I'd missed previously. I think that's why I'm going to go back to the supermarket and finish that last little bit. So the supermarket is done, or at least the food part is. Okay, broadcast done. Oh, the other tip is you place your item here, place your book here, so that when you want to read again, it's basically sitting waiting for you. Okay, we did have the plank and the nails and the glue in the back of the car. Not a big deal, but if we grab the plank and we go up to the window that they came through, we have a plank and nails so we can barricade it. So at the moment they would just flop through this window if they could see through it, because there's nothing to stop them. Now there's a barricade, so they can't do that. That is definitely a thing we want to be doing. We want to barricade it all up, but we just don't. It's what's the word, priorities. We're not doing that right now. So if you notice there, I took out my axe just in case there was a zombie standing on the other side of the door when I opened it. Usually they'd be banging on it, but usually schmoozily, it's the one that isn't banging on it that gives you trouble. So up to the supermarket. Who are you going to call? Gosh, I was going to say Ghostbusters, but a black version because of the colour of my car, and that was going to come out terribly. Oh. A national outcry of the -1 viewers. Son, if you ever listen to this, I love you. Other son, yeah, I love you too. Just kidding. It's because it was singular, it sounded weird. Love you both. Equally and without measure. And without limitation. Right, heading for the cheese section, son. And if anyone's wondering, they're in bed. Canned potatoes at the end of the aisle. That's a interesting place to have it. Canned peas. There was some fridgy things there, wasn't there? Did you notice that? I did. What's in the fridgy things? Burritos. Whose are these things? Peanut butter sandwich fresh. Well, eat that for a start. And a cheese sandwich fresh. Oh. I'll eat the cheese sandwich. Yeah, sure. They have freezers as well. There's nothing in the freezers. Okay. So this was the section we were looking at. Look at that. It's a jackpot of eggs. Jeez. Well, knowing the game, these are the ingredients for, let's say, pancakes, and they're in a big pile. So you happen to loot that, you got all the ingredients for pancakes. Might not be pancakes, it might end up being something else, but the gist of it. Yeah. This is going to be a little bit of a pain. So take my food, put it in the back of the car. I don't want to interrupt it really, but I want to do a test of looking round. No, I don't. I will interrupt it. I know I will interrupt it. So in terms of the backpack, school bag, capacity of 15, it's not the biggest bag you can get in the game, but it's what you get given if you choose the starter method we did. It's better than nothing. You really want to upgrade it for a bigger bag, but that means finding one or going on a run to get one. Near here, I don't know of a really quick place to go and get one. There is an army surplus place, but that's like, well, it'll take you in game terms probably 4 hours round trip. You need maybe stop for food and things. So it's not an early stage run. It's not priority stuff, but it would be very handy to have the duffel bag that you get there, or there's a good backpack there as well, I think, sometimes. You might see a guy wandering around with a duffel bag on his back, in which case get it. I heard a zombie. The school has more backpacks, but that's backpacks. We've got backpacks, we don't need backpacks. Oh, there he is. Hi son, what happened to your back? Did someone stab you in the back? Oh, see, joking, and then I missed the shot. I think I just leveled up something. Axes, yeah. I'm now better with axes. Okay, so there's a lot of repetition here, isn't there? There's a lot of eggs, a lot of milk, but I don't see the harm in having a lot of eggs and milk. The cheese I was more interested in, and the processed cheese, mayonnaise. Yeah. So 3:20. I've got 2 hours till I should really be back. Okay, I'm just going to check the turn theory. No, see, it won't let me turn around while I'm loading. So you'd have to actually interrupt the anim. I just wanted to know whether I could do a quick 360 while chucking stuff in the trunk. Don't know how he would physically, but yeah, not complaint of the game. I think that's reasonable. Do your 360s before you get there, folks. Do 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 do. Am I going to have to come back for it? Probably, yeah. 4 o'clock coming up for... It was just about enough time. It'll be 4 o'clock before he's finished and putting the stuff in the car. Probably. Yep. And it'll be 4:20 by the time I'm back with the food. And then back to the base by 5 and get upstairs by 6. Yeah, we can do it. Let's go. So we could come back and steal these fridges. I actually rather have my eye on... What's he doing? I'd rather have my eye on the one out here. I think that's a cute one. How good would it be if it was multiplayer, truly multiplayer against each other? Well, you could probably. I mean, that's one of the versions of multiplayer I haven't tried. There's nothing to prevent you doing it. I bet you'd probably love it. He'd be more happy trying to kill me than he would trying to help. But yeah, I think the problem with multiplayer is the problem with all multiplayer. People are horrible. So you know, it sounds great to be playing, but you just get a competition for resources, etc. So you know, find yourself in nasty situations, and people who, you know, first goal is just drive around the world with guns and try and kill you, a la Call of Duty players. So I think that's the problem with um, you know, multiplayer with you know, 4 teams of 4 might work, but even then, I don't know. So I've got to keep an eye on the time here. I think I should have an alarm for 17:30 on this thing. There we go. Yeah, there we do. So I don't have to be quite so thing. Doesn't really matter what I take, but as you can see, there's a lot of milk, a lot of eggs. A lot of processed cheese. A lot of remoulade. I wish I knew. I'm sorry, French people. That's clearly a French-ish word, but I don't know what remoulade is. I do not know. No. Vive la France, vive la différence. So 28 of 40, it's getting there. 29. These eggs are taking a whack. They're taking 1 each. Yeah, they are big. And the milk is, it looks like milk is quite big too. Yeah, milk is big. I wonder if I should. Okay, so the juice box are tiny. Just trying to take the small stuff to make sure that gets in. Not that small. Very small. Okay, so there's that clock, right? So we're getting close. Right. Okay, so just chuck some stuff in the fridge before we go. So this should all fit in, no problem. 38, 39. Maybe not. Maybe not. Nope, nope, we're going to run out of room. We can look at a couple of things, like the sausage could go in the thing. I think there was a ham, wasn't there? A lot of milk. Well, alright. So I've still got some stuff in my backpack. So I could put that there. No, I don't do that yet. Alright, I'm just going to hold it for now. Right, so at 6 o'clock, he is ridiculously tired. That's not great. So, probably the answer is to have a nap, power nap, then go and steal the fridge. Power nap will take us to 6:30 now, 7, 8, 9:30 at night-ish. Again, I don't like all this running around in the dark. Just a sanity check. 37 killed, 2 days, 9 hours. So first 3 days, pretty smooth. Reading the books is painful, as in it's slow, you know, and it was physically a drag. But if you kind of do it in conjunction with this thing, it doesn't it's kind of like fine, and actually it doesn't take that long. So we're learning fishing apparently. Didn't max out to level 2. I suspect the program was going to go to 1640. There it leveled me. Right, they'll probably end it there. I'm going to stick it out because they're still teaching. I'm going up further. Until next time. Right, that looks like we're done. That's what I mean. That's a long episode now. Right, okay, so we got the food still in our hand. Or in our bag, I should say. He's ridiculously tired. Right, okay, so that's a mistake. We shouldn't have gone down. We should have just gone straight to nap. However, fine, it is what it is. I'll check if the truck's got enough room. I probably won't move anything else from the truck. So what does it say? Oh no, it's got a lot of stuff in it. That would be 11. Milk alone. So this is the duplication. Ideally, we shouldn't have done this. We should have got another fridge first, and then we could have been putting the stuff straight in the fridge. As it is, we're going to have to take it out of here and put it into a fridge. But this is also because it's milk and stuff, it's perishable, so I don't want to leave it in a cupboard down here overnight. I'm literally just going to go and steal another fridge. So I think if I take all the egg boxes, that'll take another 10 out of the weight. As long as I've got 40 spare. So I have 40 spare, so I don't need to take anything else out. So my thing is now, because he's ridiculously tired, he needs to go for a 3-hour power nap, go out, steal the fridge, come back, have another 3-hour power nap and get up. Yay! Okay, for example, I probably would normally run here, but he says he's ridiculously tired, he's a bit hungry, and he's getting damp and sweaty. So I'll just walk him, give him a break. You know what, we can just sleep in here. So I need to set an alarm. So this is the 17:30 verse 19. So call it 20. We're on 20:0. So 1, 2, 2, 3. So it's 11, is it? Right. So as you can see, he fully fixed from his sleep. It's still set for the 5 AM tomorrow, so that's still set up. I've only got 6 hours, but it's enough time. It'll take me about 3 hours probably, because I want to come back, get another nap. A bit tight for that. So the question is, where am I going to get this fridge? Am I going to a house? Yes. The supermarket had one, but a bit of a walk. So actually I started right the way down here. This is the house I spawned in. Did it have a fridge? Do we remember? probably bothered with turning off the engine for that one. Yeah, it's a nice fridge. Where's the fridge? It's in your hand, you idiot. Going in the trunk. Want to make sure you get the trunk, otherwise you put it down at the side of the road and you have to pick it up again. Well, that was a bit better than I expected, I think. So I can choose to put the lights on. Nice feature. Did they actually do anything? Yeah. Do zombies get bothered by the lights? Not sure. But I see, you can see me not driving very well thanks to the lack of lights there. Okay, we are going to lock up. Locked. Okay, so frozen stuff, I think I have. And I think I'm going to go with not sure we need all that milk from the other stuff. That's an interesting call. I don't really know. Yeah, we want maybe burritos. And we want the butter. And we should have mayonnaise. I mean, it's a lot of milk and a lot of eggs. Is the milk going to go off? Of course it's going to go off. Should we go in the freezer then with a load of it? Can we freeze milk? I think we can freeze milk. These are the questions you find yourself asking in Project Zomboid. And yes, you could Google it. And maybe that's a good thing, because again, it's kind of like a survival simulator. Maybe learning whether you can freeze milk in the real world is a useful skill or thing to know. I'm going to put 2 in the fridge and the rest are going to go in the freezer. That's my plan. So 2 in the fridge. Oops, I think I accidentally drank one. That's fine. I've got plenty. And then we're going to go for the freezer for the rest of it. Don't know. So we've got a couple in the fridge. Okay, stuck on that one because I'm doing it. Eggs, well, that's a philosophical point. I don't think you're supposed to freeze. You're certainly not supposed to freeze egg. I was going to say, are you supposed to put them in the fridge? No, apparently not. But many people do. How do I know this? I don't know, FDA, and why would I listen to them anyway, but whatever. But they're going in. Just because we all do it. So there you go. You're now set up with 2 fridges upstairs, 2 fridges downstairs, and you can see the advantage you're getting with the car. Put it there. I quite fancy getting a blue fridge for the end of the line. Would it make sense to order them? Yeah, well, probably would, you know. Have one for milk, one for cheese, whatever, but so far I have not been that organised. Oh, get that shot in. So it was no big deal, but I just lost targeting for a second there. And could be enough to kill you. Alright, so we're going to go to bed. Chop chop. And I think we're just about on track to get there, get 3 hours sleep and get up at 5. Beautiful. It's a thing of beauty. A bit peckish, a bit moist, unpleasantly hot, that's the running around. Let's hope his... There we go. 5 AM alarm. He's peckish, of course he is. Peckish? Well, you come to the right place, son. More food than you could possibly shake a stick at. So for now, I'm just eating rubbish, chocolate cake, you know, things like that. But you can obviously do cooking. But what to do the cooking, I really need a piece of steak, which I froze, for example. What's the benefits of that? It's pretty. Eating it, not grab it. Okay, so he's not hungry. He's not particularly well fed either, but he's not hungry. Drink. Fill your water bottle. This, though, is a pretty good situation. You've woken up. You're not screaming in pain. Nothing bad has happened technically yet. This is, again, it gives you that feeling that you're on top of this. You're not. You are going to die. So in some sense, this is probably a good place to leave it. What would I do next, right? So where are we at? We're at the beginning of day 4, aren't we? Yeah, kind of. Day 3, finishing, whatever. Depends how you're counting. But in this cycle, it's the beginning of day 4. What would I do? Books? I'd go and raid the bookstore. Arguably, you could do with some guns, but as you can see, I haven't fired a shot and haven't needed to fire a shot. Possibly go to the lumberyard and pick up a load of wood, so I can make some planks of wood. I can strip down all this furniture. That's a common one I've been known to do. I think my skills in carpentry are now pretty good. And I suspect it's probably going to be a carpentry lesson now. But then the reason, sorry, to do get the wood is so that I can board up all the windows. It's cooking again. Board up all the windows and just make the place a bit safe. Remember, there's a bust window in the gym section. That'd be a good thing to get. So this base isn't finished, you know, it isn't fortified. That's a weakness. That's something to probably focus on. Focus on continuing to get his skills up. I'm trying to get mechanics level 2 and electrical level 1, and that would allow me to hotwire cars. So far I haven't managed it. Basically you need to read the books to get the multipliers, which I'm in process of now, and that's why one of the reasons I go to the library next. And also you need to scrap things to get electrical skill and repair cars to get mechanical skill. It just takes time. I managed level 1 electrical, level 1 mechanic, but I need level 2 mechanic as well. So I've been close, but that's when I got bitten and infected. So I never quite managed that. Right, this program is finished. Put his book down. What would I do next? Boarding up would be the smart move. Also, you haven't seen me using this thing because I've been going through the car and I want to unlock it and go out. You could drop down here, walk there. Is it quicker? Probably is. It's a bit more daring. So all these vehicles, I could scrap those vehicles to get the skills. You know, take the tires off, which I can reuse. Take the seats out because it's an easy thing to do. Good chance of success. There's more food around in freezers. There's you know, that's probably what I would actually do. In fact, being honest. Just check the boot. Is I finished? Yeah, no, it's not quite. Let's get that stuff. Right, so I'm just going to chuck it in here. I might be able to repair. No, don't have them. So where can I go that I can get food from? Well, the school, interestingly. School has a cafeteria, I believe. There's a couple of fast food places. Remember, I'm just going to set my alarm for 11:30. So I don't forget my program. Again, when you get a bit blasé like this, you used to lose a little bit of focus, and that's when you're probably going to have a horrible accident. I'm not saying I'm being blasé right now, but I'm a little bit defocused because I'm thinking about chatting to people and thinking about like long-term strategies and general stuff, not on must not die horribly. So I think that is a food place, but it's a small one. Zippy Market. Now Zippy Market's an interesting one. I'm just going to leave the car running. It's so it's a lot of junk, right? I'll take the beef jerky. But I seem to remember there's some maps. I don't know what that was. Yep. Lug wrench. That's an interesting thing to find, isn't it? Water bottles. See, here's some little fresh. I'll eat that. That's just a mirror of that other one we saw. Never really take the sweets. It's, in the real life, I would for sure, but I sort of think it's probably a bad thing for the guys. There's some bandages there, wasn't there? Okay, so that's not so good when you come out and there's 3 of them. And there's another one just came from the side. We saw that. So the reason to do the 360s is to check what else we're drawing. This is not looking good because there's kind of 2 of them are going to arrive at the same time. So I'm trying to walk to get one. And I hate to be self-critical, but I think this is probably because I've left the thing, the engine running. So they're being attracted to the engine. This is a mistake on my part. Well, oh no, don't do vehicle maintenance. I get in there. In some ways, we've done that. There's some law firms, there's a doctor, there's a fashion house, country buffet. That seems to be a food place here. Okay, so in this case, I'm just to see if it does any different. I'm going to kill the gas. Is this light on? No, it wasn't. So with the buffet, yeah, there's some things like chicken nuggets, fresh, so you can eat them. You have some fries and some chicken nuggets. Burgers, I could grab all those. I could freeze them, I would have thought. So it's a buffet, right? So that's why we found that stuff there. Then we've got a couple of toilets, but it's the kitchen we want. Sounds like someone in the storeroom. Not sure. So you see there's a load of dried food, some useful, grab that, useful stuff, roasting pan, don't know if I've got one, probably do, got one. It's weird, some of the things specifically are needed for certain other things. So here we go, we've got a couple more fridges here. So that's the example of the stuff. In fact, there's 3 fridges here, so it's quite a lot of food. That's not bad. So we got the fresh stuff out. 9 AM, 2 hours. Oh, hello. Okay, so the cooking stuff, yes, I want that in the back of the car. And then I want the food stuff, which we have a load. Interestingly, someone's triggered an alarm. That's where the multiplayer thing sounds funny. I just like the idea of, oh, someone's botched it, hasn't he? It's an AI, not AI, it's a zombie going through, probably breaking a car, or let's just eat the apple, fine. So this is a food place, and from memory we want to be near this side door. See that I overwalked for a second, and that could have cost it. I got too close for no apparent reason. Okay, so looks like we're relatively clear. Is there a kitchen door at the back here? Oh, maybe I want it to be, yeah, I think, yeah. So I think there's someone just outside on that side. I think we're going to move the car around. It's 10 already, so we're running out of time. Queue of them coming around, that's just scary. And a queue of them coming around there. This is dangerous. There's a pile of them like down here. Look at that. And then there's a pile of them coming along this way. And this is why I'm here. 3 fridges. The microwaves I've also been known to take there. Wouldn't be a bad thing to do a 360 there, but also just to check the state of the weapon. It's good, it's looking good actually. I wonder if we picked up a slightly damaged one in the first place. Okay, so I'm just moving on. My alarm, as you know, is going to kick off in a minute. Or it should. And, whoa! See, it's a bit more busy there. It's busying up. Whoa. Almost like I've been there. Good car. It's a good solid car. I like it. Big enough to carry a fridge. Plenty of capacity for things like food. So again, if you could get another duffel bag, or a duffel bag at all, you could fill it, put it in the car, get out, repeat. So you wouldn't have to do all this micro emptying in and out. That would be more efficient. Oh, damn! Misclick. Lock door. All right. Okay, and so we've got a load of stuff. 11:20. Gotta be quick. So as this fridge is loads of rum. So the bacon is actually going in the freezer. Ground beef is going in the freezer. I'm going to put the ham in the freezer. What the heck? Meat patties freezer. Milk freezer. Shrimp. Oh lords. What am I going to do with the shrimps? Okay. Everything else? Well, the hot sauce I don't think should go. In the fridge, but it doesn't really matter. I want that. So we're just checking that time. It's getting tight. I don't think I have the time to put this stuff in the fridge. I think you just need to run upstairs. Yep, it's 12. Not a disaster. So yeah, that's midday. That's more food looted, and there was more food out there. It's the fresh food that you want to get. At least that's my philosophy. Like the school's got some. There'll be another spot to go to now. So the other piece of advice is if you get bitten, there's two ways that it goes, or bitten, or whatever, scratched. There's a danger you got turned. Um, Basically, you'll know by your mood and your temperature. If you start to get a raging temperature you can't deal with, and you start to get psychotically depressed and visions of doom, you're going to die. Um, you can sometimes get scratched and not get infected. It's possible. So congratulations if that happens. I've googled it, so currently in the current game there is no cure. Once you've got the zombie plague, as it were, whatever you want to call it, that's it. It's game over. Like I said, you can respawn. You can come back. Um, Kill. If you get infected, one of the smart things you might want to do is go and stand somewhere where you'd be nice and easy to kill. Like for example, here I'm in the fire station. Maybe I'd go to a little storage cupboard and lock myself in there, or one of the bigger rooms, probably more accurately, and lock myself in there. Then I know where I'm coming back to get myself, because I'll be trapped in that room, and that's where my stuff will be. I want to finish this book, but I'm not going to. Or next time in the evening, he'll finish it. He's got a load of food. That's what I'm trying to sort out before that. Food. Got some more maps that I also want to have a quick read of before. So bologna fresh, that can go in the freezer. Beef jerky, no. Burgers fresh. Well, I was gonna put them upstairs. Is what I was gonna do. So that's kind of annoying. Let's get all this stuff in the upstairs bit. I think I might move the steak. But again, he's going to need another fridge, isn't he? It's 28, 29. He's nearly finished this one as well. So what else did what do? There was the steak. That's the only thing I want to move down from there. I think everything else looks good to me. And what's he got left? He's got some cooking stuff. Anything else food-wise? Beef jerky and burgers. I wanted to put them upstairs. Don't know if there's room upstairs. There will be if I eat a burger now. Go a couple of books. Books are going to go over here. So that was a duplicate. That's fine. Sometimes you just have to take a bit of a punt. You don't know what you're grabbing. Same with the maps. Just grab them. I'll find out if I've already got them. I've already got them. No harm. Right. So I wanted to put the burgers in there. Can I do that? Yay! Beef jerky, I think, is a store with you like a man type food, isn't it? So it can just go in the cupboard. It's dried. So drink water, fill the bowl. Satiated, happy. He's just tired. I'm tired. Right. So I'm going to read the annotated map. Okay, it's Riverside. Okay. I think it ended well. Riverside, I just looked at that, so that's like Riverside, but unannotated. What if it will do them one at a time? No. So now I was going to put them downstairs, obviously, but that's me. Put them downstairs, they're all up here. Oops. Just trying to do inventory at the same time. And then I'll have a quick look and see what we ended up with there. So if we go into my map screen, wow. So still haven't finished Louisville is that big, but if you brought up a lot of it, I was so tempted to go up there. I've never been there yet. You can see the scale of the place I'm in, which I've now mastered, is this size, right? Bigger town here, This is where my buddy spawned in, much to my annoyance, because I had to drive all the way and get him, and then he died and spawned in back at the other place, so I had to drive all the way back. This is another place which is still bigger than where we started, but this place is just enormous, absolutely mental. Be pretty cool. It's another feature I love about the game, just the sheer scale of it. Right, so the car's empty, it's 2:30. I was just you can't check things while you're driving. Missed the turn, whatever. Playing it cool, whatever. I can't remember how to turn the minimap on, which is annoying. It's not a default feature, but as you saw, it was enabled in my game setup, so it should be on. It looks like a school, a big playground. And then a car park up the back of it. So obviously there's probably keys, but because it's raining you can't really see them, or at least I can't. So I shall ignore. Just come around the front of the school. Oh, there's a kid dead on the crossing, did you see that? Yeah, love it. There's a zombie dead on the pedestrian crossing. Should always tell a story. Right, here's a schoolroom, but this room is, as I happen to know, the library. Should have a light switch. Where's the light switch? Can't find this. There it is. Good. So the library has books. Many books. Carpentry level 3 would be possible. We're going to grab these one-offs. Foraging, metalworking, volume 2, tailoring, well we need that. Trapping, volume 1, sure, could take that. We want electrician volume 1, I don't see it. There it is. First aid volume 1, if they had it here. Did I not take the Angler magazine? Apparently not. Oh yeah, I did. That sounds like we might have company. What are you rating, folks? That sounds like company. And he doesn't necessarily sound like the friendly kind of company either. He's somewhere close by, but I don't actually want to check. I think we got metalworking volumes 3 and 4. Good cooking. See, that's a double worry. There he's come through that one. And that guy was going for the speed crawl move. And we have got a load of them there, so this is looking a bit sus. Browsing the library with zombies behind you. Electronics magazine. Okay, so this is a classic trip. I'm rushed I feel like I've been rushed. Oh, ah. Oh gosh, this is not good. It feels like a school matron, doesn't it? Oh, that was taking a lot out of me, that fight. So there is stuff in these things, like there's backpacks. So, for example, taking a spare school bag or two is actually quite a handy thing. Taking them, there's other good stuff too. Taking them while ignoring a zombie just across the way is not what I'd call smart. Oh, see, that was a perfect example. Why would you do that? Right. He seems to not be killing as efficiently. Ridiculously tired. That's why. He needs to get out of here. It's getting for 5 o'clock, and his alarm's going to go off in a minute and give the game away. Right, there's his car. That's well parked. I like it. Well, that was a classic, badly done piece of play there by me. Far too casual. Nearly got myself killed several times. Should have probably got bitten. Got away with it. That's the lesson of. Ooh! Not the lesson of ooh, but the lesson of yeah, knowing when to quit. Oh, been through here before, I think. Oh, is this dead end street? Yeah, I think it might be. Yeah. Yeah. Schwein. Car's a little bit battered at the front. Great damage system, as in it really does, you know, you pay for all this micro hitting of things. You start with a decent car and you turn it into rubbish without even particularly trying to drive badly. There's just always a parked car or street lamp or overcooking it. Usually a bit of braking there to kill that. Alright, into the bat cave. So this is a good example. I'll do something tricksy here. Can I? You don't seem to be able to lock it from there, but so climb a sheet rope, 540, sitting in front of the TV. I've got all my books to put in the bookcase, so I'm just going to do that. Yeah, so I mean you probably know this already, but all these are one-shot readers. They teach you just something. So that's a multiplier book, but these teach you individual skills like make a fishing rod with that one, or teach you certain things about repairing. So we've got that other school bag, that's a useful thing. So with this other school bag you can, I'll put it on the ground for a sec. Let me start finishing this, so I'll finish that. But yeah, basically with your school bag you can have more than one. So the one I've got on the back, sure, but I could fill that up and then take it off and put it in the car, and then have another one that I put on my back and fill up and put in the car. So you could carry 3 school bags and fill them one at a time. Once it's full, you're going to have to go to the car and drop it in, but you've got more school bags. So again, you can put school bags in the car, or other kind of bags. It doesn't have to be school bags. School bags are actually a bit rubbish, but I just happened to be at the school, and it happened to be there, so I thought, well, I may as well grab one while I'm here. So mechanics book, as I said, it's a bit slow, but that's him just about finished it. So interestingly, I used to put them in a pile off to one side when I was finished them, but now I realise I'm going to die anyway. I'm probably have to reread the damn thing, so maybe I shouldn't put it in the side. So that's him putting. Yes, that was the order. So there was actually a pen in that bag. That's why I did what I did, just to empty it. I think you should be able to empty things from your inventory. I haven't quite mastered that yet, though. Right, so mechanics done one. Okay. Got a couple of keys there. They should go on the keychain. There'll be like keys for around the school, maybe the principal's office, something like that. I don't know what they actually are. Pen will go in the map. The bag in the backpack. So we did another lesson in something. I didn't even pay attention to what it was. Finished the other book. That was all great. What's in the boot of the car? Nothing. So I put the school bag in the boot of the car. You can rename the map. Yeah. The end is nigh. He's in the cop station by the looks of things. Okie dokie, that's probably where we're going to leave it. It's pretty good. Check your axe, half damage, really it's getting close to time to repair. Because you got the Alpha Sun firefighter station, there's 2 spare axes there. So another thing you could do is you grab one of those, for the sake of argument, go in the back of your car, put it in the car, as along with your school bag as a sort of backup weapon, right? Another really nice feature which I didn't show you, enter the vehicle, get in there. So once you're in the vehicle you can bring up things like the radio, so I can turn on the radio and I can tune it into something. Right, that seems to be playing. So that's the radio in the car going, and I can also turn on the heater, I can hit the horn, I can open the windows, I can do the mechanics of the vehicle, I can start the engine because I've got the key, turn the headlights on. I can also, because I'm in the seats, these are the seats, right, so I can see the other seats in the car, and then this is the glove box. In the glove box there's a fucking pistol and a box of auto rounds and a map and a battery. So, I mean, not only was the stuff in the boot. So what did that use? That's interesting. Don't know. I can kind of leave that in there. So again, you could put your axe in here if there was enough space. I actually think there isn't enough space. Look at all that just random stuff: erasers, pens, tissues, alcohol wipes. They're good. Batteries are a useful thing. So amazing level of detail. I have to say, just endlessly impressed by that. I'm just trying to finish my Louisville knowledge. So the alcohol wipes will go in the backpack, in the bag. Alright, I'm going to take a pause there. I'll let the thing catch up, and au revoir. I hope that's been useful for people. It's made a huge difference to how I've experienced the game. It's a really challenging game, but it's now actually sort of, I feel like I've got a fighting chance to survive, and I can get a lot more through the game. So I can get stuff like, I've got a car, I've got a base. I could never get that stuff set up in the harder game modes. Possibly, and this is also why I posted it, this is possibly a good way to learn and you know, understand the how to do the harder game modes. Probably if you play enough, because you've got enough knowledge from getting further through the game, so that when you go back to the beginning of the game, you're like, I know I have a bit of a plan here. I didn't really have a plan. I'm like getting to the fire station or something like that, or doing the initial looting. It was literally just survival, horrible survival, and more in fact horrible death. But yeah, okay. I shall end there. Au revoir, a bientôt, etc. Ciao.